The Devil is a Lie. It's Rick Ross and Jay-Z. And we are already in church. What you're hearing is it's like southern, like blues and jazz. There it is. And you can hear Rick, you can hear the vocals where he's starting to be the hype man for himself. Yeah, they do think very highly of themselves, and rightfully so. They sell so many records. He's selling so many drugs that he needs to stop off and get some nourishment. I have to step back a second. That's such a fast start. But what you're hearing from Rick is that he's saying that he just got done transporting a bunch of cocaine and the car still smells like cocaine. And then he realizes he's hungry. So he's literally in the location where the wine is made. So Bordeaux is a famous area in France, right? And so he's saying that he's sipping the Bordeaux in the Bordeaux, which would require some money and definitely a good amount of cash stacks in order to both get good Bordeaux wine and also get a nice seat on a plane. Has the lights flashing on the Bordeaux? So his new girl is keeping Rick very busy with sexual relations and probably teasing Rick when he's trying to make hip hop and making him focus on other things, which has to be distracting. But when you're a big superstar like Rick is, you're used to that. And so you have like some stopgap measures in place so you can focus on your hip hop. So he's saying, don't even try it. Don't even try it right now. And that's a good piece of advice too, because if you look at the charts, if you look what Rick's doing, you can see clearly that he has the pedal to the metal. He has his foot on the gas in the rap game, and he's not being a slouch. He's not being someone who isn't doing it. He is doing it. And ask your common hip hop head, what do you think of when you say Rick Ross? And they're gonna say hip hop success. Big guns, big whips, rich nigga talking big shit. Double cup, no wrist. Double up on the blow, bitch. 2 mil on that I-95. Buy your head 'cause it's time to pay time. So he's $2 million. He'd like to get 10% of that, which is $200,000, just like extra money for Rick. So as opposed to the devil, who often is known to fib or to make up stories, to mislead, Rick is saying that he's like the opposite. He is the truth. So one should go to Rick if you needed something accomplished, or if you had questions about hip hop, or just about like drug dealing, or how to sell cocaine, something like that. You'd want to go to Rick for. But there, if you caught that with your ear, you'll notice that he then says, I'm a lie. So it leads one to wonder, has Rick been speaking about himself the whole time, as in he's the devil? So if you start over the song, over from the beginning where the song starts at, and you re-listen to it with that new understanding, it does make you wonder, is he saying that he's the devil? Spooky. 36 at 16. 100K for the 16. Niggas stick dirty, but the dick clean. So I think he's saying like he's doing all sorts of nefarious things and committing crimes, but he's never caught. He's able to stack some cash and get a lot of bands, and but he's never successfully apprehended, and that's the important part because Rick's able to like duck down into the studio to put some work in on his rhyming. Meanwhile, he may have just committed a crime and wasn't caught for it. Sure, because like defensive players do make a lot of money, especially in the NFL or in soccer, which is often referred to in the other side of the planet as football, which is confusing. I know if this is the first time you're hearing that, I bet that does have you wondering, well, how do you separate them? And that's why we just keep each side of the planet does it a different way, and we all just agree. Sheiks, Arab sheiks, are very wealthy. They spend a lot of money. They are able to pull a lot of oil out of the ground and get money and get cash from that and just keep the stacks going. And Rick is saying that he's able to acquire the same amount of food, the same amount of like money as sheiks over in the Middle East. You can hear Jay if you're listening. You can hear him. He's about to come on. It's Jay. So he's making an inference as he's saying, is there Lucifer juice in the cup that he's sipping, whether he's referring to someone else witnessing himself sipping the Lucifer juice, or if he's talking about himself seeing Rick sip the juice and wondering to himself if it's Lucifer juice. A lot of rappers kind of stay mysterious with their wordplay, and it kind of continues that spooky vibe. So did you hear it? He keeps it going right away. Yep. Now we're in the dark side, sipping on the Lucifer juice. You know, we're in Miami at the club. So he's saying he has the cheat code to the game of life, which is exciting because there's like a video game where you can insert the code and you put it in and then you're extra big, or you have more points than you otherwise would, or you're able to shoot faster, drive better. So Jay's saying he has the cheat code to all of life, right? So he has all the money and the girls, and it makes, you know, your average person, you know, kind of step back and go, I'm not doing much. The RICO statute is where you can charge a large group just based on association. It's very controversial right now. Yeah, right. More Illuminati references, and we'll get to that in other videos. So he has a Movado watch, which is all black, right? So he's letting you know just how paired up he is. He has a black hoodie, and he's also wearing a black hat and probably black pants. But even so much as his watch is perfectly matched, which you have to do often when you're a hip hopper. It's very important. Oh, there's going to be some controversy there because, right, Rick has also claimed that he is the truth. So they're going to have to hash it out. They both have large vehicles. we need twice the cocaine we thought. So if they had said to a homie, they said, go get us, $25 worth of cocaine. And then they have to call him and say, wait a minute, see if you can get $50 worth. And we're just kind of riding this one out with Rick. And you can hear they're partying and they're crashing chandeliers or they're breaking things and doing whatever they're doing. Who's going to stop them? That's the funny thing about it is that, like, the security that they would have would be the security that they hired. So they're able to kind of party and be hip hoppers, like, in a large way without any kind of fear of repercussion. So thank you very much. I'm Bradley Beats, and thanks for checking out the review.